Hello. Hey, how you guys doing? Good. Yeah, all good. So my name is Gad. I'm CEO of a company called Jambl, and I'm gonna just play some music for you guys and talk a little bit about music philosophy and the company and where we think that music is going in the future. So basically, what do? Is we have this app called Jambl. It's the fastest and most easy, intuitive way to create music, and you don't need to know anything about music, so it's very accessible for everyone. I'm just gonna give you a little example. Yeah, why not? Let's try this. So I'm just gonna create a little bass line and add some drums. Can you put a little louder? Louder? Yeah. So all of this is generated live with this app, and I want to try something. Can you guys make also some sound, please? Can you do like this? Go really high now. Now low. Okay, so that was just a little taste. So that was a really. Can we try it again, if you don't mind? Okay, can we do together a bit of sound together? Okay. Okay, cool. That was nice. So I don't know about you, but for me and for probably most human beings, that make you smile. And there's a reason for that. It's biological, it's primal, it's part of who we are as humans. And that's where I want to talk to you first about what is the origin of music. Where does music come from? What is its function? Why did humans insist on playing sound, organized sound together? And I would like to argue that it is because it's very important for our survival in the early stages of humanity, because it releases a chemical in the brain that's called oxytocin that is responsible for feelings of group love and affection and trust, things that are very, very important for human survival at early stages, because the main thing that humans are good with is working together and feeling like we're part of the same tribe, part of the same community. And what actually happens, so it's a real thing, you can Google it, like music creation and collaboration and jamming releases oxytocin in the brain, which gives all these feelings. Also beyond that, do you know that actually when you are clapping together, you want to try it? So when we are snapping our fingers together, actually over time, our brain really, the synapses, thanks, that was great. You guys are all perfect musicians. Actually, our synapses in the brains are synchronized. They're firing in the same time. And that is what I believe is the biggest function of music, is to bring people together, bring culture together, homogenize a culture, and give us a sense of belonging to each other. Now, that is the origin of music, but since you all know, we have this thing called the record industry, the music industry, that since people invented the recorded music, suddenly music turned from a thing that you do together to connect with your community to something that you outsource to a musician that's out there, and you connect maybe with other people through that medium, through this artist, through this subculture. But what I would like to argue is that recorded music to actual experiencing music and playing music in a group is like pornography to sex. So it's not the real thing. The real thing is when you actually, even if you're not the best musician, even if you're just clapping or stomping, like you showed in the presentation before me, even if you're doing something very, very simple, which folk music that brings people together, there's always the room for people to do something very simple, even if it's just to hold a beat. That is the real thing, and it takes you to really, can take you to really ecstatic places. And I think it's a big shame that today we are deprived of that, because most people today, they don't think that music is for them. People now, average person, when you talk to them, hey, do you make music? No, I'm not talented. No, I don't know. I tried, it was too hard. It's not my thing. Well, actually, if they would give it a try, and if they would have the time and patience to learn some instrument, they could do it. It's something that 90% at least of the human population can at least get the satisfaction of music creation and collaboration. Which brings me to what I did. So I'll give you a short story. I don't know how much time I have, but basically my story is that I've been a music producer. We had a piano at the house, okay? But I tried to take music lessons, and it was boring as fuck, sorry to say. But I could not take music lessons. It was too boring. I wanted to play video games instead, Nintendo. Yeah, that's my generation, the first one. But I still had music in my head, and when I got to high school, I discovered, oh, I can make electronic music. I don't need to know theory, I don't need to practice, I have the computer, I'm set. And so I produced music since the year 2000, worked with a lot of bands, hip-hop projects, electronic music, but still, all my musicians friends, they had the ability that I didn't. They could create music live, spontaneously, from their brains to their finger to other people's ears. And that is the magic of music. It's direct communication. And I did not have that. I needed to sit on the computer and click and work with the mouse until I had something that sounds nice. It's not music playing, it's music composition with a computer. So that got me frustrated, and I wanted to improvise electronic music live on stage, just like my bandmates that could play saxophone. So I wanted to improvise, and I saw that in the gear market, there's not really good solution. All the solutions for live electronic music performance are based on buttons, knobs, triggering loops, adding effects. I couldn't really create a thing. How much time do I have? Do I have time for another small beat? Do you want to hear? What? 5 minutes. That's good. I think it's enough. Okay. So I'll tell you a little story, okay? Story time, guys. Can you put louder, the sound? When I was a little kid, my dad bought a piano. Every time I tried to play it, my dad was like, hell no. He said, if you want to learn to play, you have to practice every day. I thought to myself, okay, there's got to be a better way. Now I can't play no instruments, but that never stopped me from playing music. Since that day that I invented the Jambl app, now you too can use it. You go up to play high, you go down to play low. You go right to play fast, and left to play slow. That's all you need to know. You got drums, bass, chords, and melody. Make a little loop on every channel. That's how you make a beat. That's how you make a Jambl. Then you can add a video, put it on your story, yo. You don't have to be a pro now. Everyone can make music. Everyone can make music. Everyone can make music. Everyone can make music. And that's what we're about. Thanks. Thank you. So I developed all these instruments for my live show to work with my band. And the last one I created about 3 years ago is this method, which is up, down, left, right. And you can also control the velocity, the dynamic of this thing. You can record it. It's really, really easy, really fun. You don't have to think. You can so I barely looked at the screen. So that's how I got into startup world, from a producer, and I love it because I feel like there's a big opportunity to have big impact on people's life with this. And where are we going with this startup? So I'm not doing it only for fun, because I want this instrument out there. I'm doing it because I think that there's opportunity here, the same way that right now young people are expressing themselves visually online with the phones in a much more empowering way than before, with videos, effects, GIFs, background music, dance. I think there's a huge opportunity for them to express themselves with music and also connect to themselves, connect with other people on a deeper level. And I haven't seen it work yet. And I think this interface, this instrument that we're creating, can do that. So we want to be this massive social network around creatives around music creation. And we actually think that there's a potential here to create a parallel music industry for all of us, that we can each create music and share with each other, and if we are lucky and we are talented, we can even create mega hits and make some money out of it. And in that way, I want to bring music back to its original function that I mentioned before, back to what makes it so powerful, which is to help us with our current maybe political, maybe cultural challenges where we're so divided, and as someone said before, so much in our phones. Let's use this technology to connect between human beings once again, online and offline. That's it, I think. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gad.